Some people define themselves by the past mistakes. They live in guilt trip. They live in guilt and shame. And they can't come out of the mistakes they've done in the past. What is your definition about your life? Do you define yourself by the mistakes you've made in your past? I'll tell you a little story that I could listen to from one of the girls I met recently. She's a very young girl. She met the wrong guy. She fell in love with him. And she thought he was the Prince Charming she was looking for. So she started going out with him for a while. And then she got to know that she was one among many. But at that moment, it was too late. She was pregnant. And then her whole world collapsed. She was devastated. She was looking for an answer to her problem. You know, she had two choices. One, to suicide. Actually, three choices. To face the shame from the society or go through an abortion. So she had to make that decision. She didn't have any other choice. So she made a call and she decided to kill the baby that was inside of her. And then it was a secret to the whole world. She faced that. She made the decision, and now she's living with that guilt. She didn't have anyone to talk about the problem she had. At nights when she go to sleep, she cries her eyes out. She's having this burning pain inside of her because of the guilty consciousness that she was having. She had, and she has. And when she stands in front of the mirror, she doesn't see her face anymore. She's telling me she sees a murderer. She blames her all the time for what she did in her past. What do you think? Do you think she's responsible and she has to suffer like that her entire life? Look at your life. You may have stories that you cannot tell anybody. The guilt that you live in, the shame that has defined who you are. Don't let that destroy you, destroy your future, destroy your happiness. If you have guilt and shame, what happens next is you go through all these problems, discomforts like addiction, anxiety, depression, aggressive behavior. You know, let me show you something. What do you see here? a book, right? As soon as you see this, what comes to your mind? It might be a good story or a bad story, whatever. There's a saying in the society, don't judge the book by its cover. You know it already. Then you won't judge the book by the cover, but you will start to read a few chapters from this. Let's say you read the first five chapters, and then what if you make a judgment from the fifth chapter and judge the book? Is it right? To come to a judgment about the book, you have to read the whole story. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't let your chapter that you made the mistake define who you are. Don't let that judge your entire life. It's just one episode, one chapter of the book of your life. In China, there's a beautiful saying, not a saying, in China, when the pots are broken, they do something beautiful. You know what it is? They mend it with gold. Just imagine the gold pot and the pot which was made out of ceramic. And the ceramic pot that's been mended with gold. Do you think which one is the most valuable pot there? The one before or the one after it was broken and after mending it? Now it has gold in it and it's unique. It has its own value to it. But before it was broken, it didn't have that value. Your past mistakes are there. Your past mistakes are there to guide you, not to define yourself. If you have a guilt trip, what you can do is, first of all, accept it. Accept yourself for what has happened, and then forgive yourself. No one in this world will forgive you unless you forgive yourself. If you can't forgive yourself, you can't come out of the situation you're trapped in. And then the third step would be to confess or reveal what has happened to a person that can be trusted. When you do that, you know what happens. Right now, you're the only person who knows the secret. You have become that secret right now. But once you share it with another person, it's not a secret anymore. You know, you may have heard, there are no secrets among two people. So, it's been exposed and you're free. Your burden will lighten. It gets lightened if you reveal yourself to a person that you can trust. And then the next step would be to whatever it takes to move on, to learn from the mistake and guide your life to a good direction. Now, by doing all of that, you can ease or relax yourself a bit. But there's a more profound answer behind all of that. if you know the truth of this world or the science of this world, you will learn that no one is there to judge anyone. No one is there to take the blame or to get the credit. When the causes are aligned in such environment, effect manifests, and it's not anybody's responsibility. No one is responsible. It's just a process. Different set of incidents happen. Who's there to take the credit or the blame? So don't define yourself with the guilt trip you're living. This life is given to you to learn the truth of this world. Learn the truth and free yourself. Don't suffer. We are not here to suffer. There is a profound answer. So my dear ladies and gentlemen, we will discuss this answer, the truth, in our future episodes. We will know what is this cause and effect. What is this manifestation? Why did I say no one is there to blame or to take the credit? No one is there to judge anyone. You will find answers to these questions in future sermons. Keep in touch with us. If you have any questions, you can always ask us. We're there to help you. We will together find the truth and true happiness in this world.